What's up, it's you? For today's video, we'll be full Aron evolution team. So we got Aron, Lairon, and Aggron. So some really cool Pokemon. I wish I could tell you that we had Mega Aggron people, but Megas aren't in the game. So we've got Sturdy, Rocket, and Heavy Metal as the abilities. Some really cool abilities. I'll be trying to use all those abilities in this team, and I'll be using 2 Arons, 2 Lairons, and 2 Aggrons to make up a full team of 6. Let's get into both these battles. First battle here, this one is against I think it's Cruz. Last time I said Cruz, but people were like roasting me. So our first Pokemon that we're going to be using is going to be Aron, and we're versing a Tentacruel. Now this Aron is a pretty interesting set here. So it's a physical set. I've got the moves Heavy Slam with a Heavy Metal Aron. I thought it'd be really cool. And I've got Earthquake, Superpower, and Dragon Rush. I've also got the item as a Jetpack, so when I do go for Superpower, you know, Aron will be ejected out of the matchup, and then I can swap in another Pokemon here. So this Tentacruel is pretty bulky. It's got the Black Sludge, and it's going to be going for a Hex. So there's like a Toxic Spikes Hex combination. I don't know what else it could be using with that. Maybe like Skull could also work with that too. That's going to be the end of the Tentacruel. That's obviously going to be very weak to ground. The Aron's EVs were max attack, Adamant Nature, and I had max speed. I didn't think I actually run max speed, but I gave it a go. Wait, no, I didn't. That's the other Aron. This was max health and max attack. My bad. Sorry, getting my Arons mixed up. Next Pokemon to come in is going to be Ranunculus. It's going to be getting hit pretty hard there and going for a Trick Room. So now they're going to be very fast and hitting very hard under Trick Room. Ranunculus has like that very poor speed, but it's got very nice special attack. So we got a Dynamax Ranunculus. I was like, okay, well, this is not going to faint like for a long time. I'm probably going to have to maybe lose a couple of Pokemon there. You know, depending on what sort of moveset it is right there. It could be special. You know, it could even be physical. It's got the moves. So it's going to be going for a Max Knuckle. As like, okay, this is either coming off Focus Blast, Focus Miss, or it's coming off Drain Punch, something like that. I'm thinking it might be Drain Punch there, but I could be wrong. It might just be coming off Focus Miss. So bye-bye, Aron. You did a pretty good job there. Now, my next Pokemon is also going to be Aron. So this one is an Endeavor Sturdy set with Focus Band, Endure, Metal Burst, and Rock Slide. So I was thinking to myself, well, I can go for Metal Burst here. That'll do some good damage. So go for Metal Burst. Here comes Ranunculus with its Max Knuckle again. Now, Max Knuckle is going to take me all the way down to 1 health. Once again, I still don't know whether it's a special set or a physical set. Aron is going to be living on 1 health there, and now I can get the Metal Burst off against the Ranunculus here. Unfortunately for the Metal Burst, it doesn't quite take Ranunculus out. It was so close. I was like, okay, I'm going to go for Endure here. So we'll store at the last turn of Ranunculus's Dynamax. It's going to go for another Max Knuckle. So I'm like, okay, maybe I think that it might be a physical set. I could be wrong though. Maybe with a special one, I would have gone like Psychic Terrain. Like if I did have a special set, you know, boosting the Psychic type moves too. But then again, my whole team is weak to fighting. You know, all Rock and Steel type Pokemon. So it is a physical set. It's going to go for a Fire Punch there, and Aron is going to faint. I was hoping my Focus Band will activate then, but it's only 10% chance. So the Trick Room is now worn off. We're going to go into Aggron. Now, people, question of the day. Is Aggron, Aron, or Lairon, any of this evolution line, are these your favorite Pokemon? Let me know. I think there's more of a, definitely more of a popular Pokemon than some of the other evolution lines I've done recently. So let me know if any of these Pokemon are your favorite. I really like Aggron, and Aggron is actually my favorite Mega Evolution too. Not that the Megas are in the game at all. So this next Aggron here, this is a special set. I've got Ice Beam, Meteor Beam, Flash Cannon, and Fire Mist. I've got the ability Rocket, and I've got Power Herb as the item. Like, the abilities for this set didn't really matter too much. I could have gone for a sturdy one, but I tried to use all of the abilities, or at least, you know, mix them up. I've got max health, and I've got max special attack here, Modest Nature. So out comes Dusclops. Also, my opponent has a theme team as well. I wonder if you can guess what it is. If you can, let me know in the comment section of the video. So Aggron's going to be going for a Meteor Beam here. Dusclops is quite a passive Pokemon, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to maybe set up some special attacking boosts here. The best it can truly do here is go for a Nightshade. So this is good. I can get another Meteor Beam off here from my Aggron, and this is going to be hitting pretty hard there. So Dusclops gets destroyed in one shot. I don't know whether that was the Everlight set or not. It well could have been, but what's his next Pokemon? Like, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try and say this Pokemon's name because I'm going to get instantly roasted. I'm going to get that name wrong. So it's going to come in there. The Volbe's going to You scored on me! So that's the end of my Aggron. Just forget I said that. And it's also going to have Life Orb. My next Pokemon here is going to be Lairon. So Lairon, this is a bulky set. We got Rock Polish, Head Smash, Iron Tail, and Body Press. Wait, this is not my bulky one. This is my sweeping one. I still have Everlight on it though, but I've got Everlight and Rock Head. So I've got Head Smash, Rock Head combination, Iron Tail, and Body Press. So even with max attack and max speed on this thing, I can still make use of Body Press because it's got a very, very high defensive stat. So we're going to be getting that Rock Polish up there, doubling my speed. Unfortunately, Scald actually burned my Lairon, which is really, really unfortunate. I know that I can still take the Center Scorch out in one shot there. However, Center Scorch is going to be swapped out there, and we've got the Heatran coming. It's like, I don't really have a lot to do with Heatran. I mean, I could go for Body Press there, but it's probably not going to do, like, too much damage. Unfortunately, this Pokemon is burned there, so Head Smash would have done, like, a good amount of damage to that Heatran. So go for Body Press there on the Heatran, and, yeah, it does kind of, disappointing damage. Now, Heatran is going to be going for our Iron Defense here, too, so it's also going to be boosting its defense. So, like, okay, well, my moveset's going to do hardly any damage. I'm going to need to do a crit to get some sort of damage off here. And unfortunately, Head Smash is going to miss. And Heatran is going to go for 2 Iron Defenses. I'm like, okay, this needs to faint, like, right away. So Heatran's got, like, 2 Iron Defense up. So it's got, like, +4 in defense, which is, pretty scary. So Lairon is going to faint there, salty to a burn. And I've got 1 Aggron and 1 Lairon there. So this Aggron is the best set on my team. We got a Rock Polish, Weakness Policy, Sturdy set. So I've got Rock Polish, Brick Break for Max Knuckle. I've also got Rock Blast, and I've also got Iron Head. Rock Blast is to get around like sturdy Pokemon and Focus Sashes and stuff like that. Probably not the best rock move for it to have there, but I thought it'd be pretty fun. I tried to put a spin on like a reasonably decent set here. So Weakness Policy will activate if it gets hit by a super effective move, which with Aggron, Steel and Rock is weak to so many different things, like that's the only thing about the Aron and Lairon and Aggron. They are weak to lots of things, but still a really, really cool Pokemon and some cool abilities. So this is going to be my game plan here to get that boost up there and try and get rid of the Heatran. So go for Max Knuckle on Heatran. Will it take Heatran out? Absolutely not. There, it's got way too many defensive boosts, but what I want to do there is I want Heatran to hit me with a super effective move, and then I'll easily have enough offense to take it out. So I knew that it would go for Body Press there because it was using Iron Defense, and I knew that I had Sturdy and Weakness Policy to help me out there. So getting another +2 in attack, plus I've got the +1 for Max Knuckle already. So this Aggron, it's juiced up right. So go for another Max Knuckle here on the Heatran. This will give me +4 in attack, and that is the end of Heatran. So this is very, very good. That is bye-bye Heatran. Now, what I wanted to do here is I wanted to try and get around that, what was the last Pokemon? The Center Scorch, right? So Center Scorch, I should be able to outspeed this. I don't have any, Rock Polish up, but it actually outspeed me. So, okay, that sucks. I couldn't have got the Rock Polish up there, though. I wish I got that up, but I didn't feel like I had the chance against the Heatran because it had too many defensive boosts, so I had to Dynamax and attack it right away. So there was no chance to do that. Last Pokemon is going to be the Lairon. This is a really, really bulky set. I've got Ancient Power, Rest, Sleep Talk, and Steel Beam. It's a really unique set. It's pretty cool. So we got the Flamethrower coming from the Center Scorch here, and it doesn't do that much damage to me there with a Life Orb. I mean, it is a special set. This is a very bulky Everlight Lairon. So we got Everlight as the item, Rockhead is the ability, Ancient Power, Rest, Sleep Talk, Steel Beam, and I've got Max Health and Max Special Defense. And I've also got I've got Bold Nature because I'm not running any physical moves. So that's going to be the end of the Center Scorch there, which is going to be very good. The thing about this set is that makes it fun is you're going to try and get some Ancient Power boosts up here, right? This is a special Drapion, so I can see it's got the Throat Spray. Unfortunately, it's going to drop my special attack. This thing comes absurdly bulky after a couple of Ancient Power because it's already got that, nice natural bulk and defense, and with Everlight, it's very, very huge too. And with that investment on the special side, plus an Everlight and maybe an Ancient Power, it becomes really, really bulky, and it has the capacity to heal itself too and use Sleep Talk Rest. I know it's a little bit dangerous using Steel Beam, but I wanted to try, using a really bulky set with Steel Beam so I could fire off lots of different beams, right, and do some good damage. And the cool thing about it is, you lose half your health using it, but you can just use Rest and get it back to actually use the move. The thing you got to watch out for is if you use Sleep Talk, let's say you use it twice in a row and then get Steel Beam, you can actually faint yourself himself. So it is fairly risky to do. So at this point in time, Lairon was getting kind of unlucky. I think I rolled like Sleep Talk Rest, and you had this Draper, which kept dropping my special attack all the time. So my moves, they weren't really doing lots of damage there. So as you can see, here's the Steel Beam coming from the Lairon. This really isn't going to do like lots of damage. Like that's the biggest amount of damage I can do to Drapion, and I'm going to lose half my health there. Now Drapion is going to go for a Snarl here. It's still doing reasonable damage to me, and it is once again dropping my special attack too. I really do need an Ancient Power boost, so going for Ancient Power here. Even if I can get one boost, that'll do a fair bit of like extra bulk to me, and I finally get that, which is awesome. Ancient Power only has a very low chance of 10% actually boosting, so you could go the whole time using Lairon and not get a boost. The good thing about it is with Ancient Power, you can just leave one Ancient Power left and then use Sleep Talk, and you can keep getting the Ancient Powers over there. You won't get rid of your final one. So Lairon is almost going to faint again thanks to the Drapion here, and I have to use Rest again. Like this is basically like a war between the Drapion and the Lairon, whether I could take it out. It didn't appear that Lairon had any way to heal itself off, whereas I had I was definitely a lot more healing capacity, whereas Drapion was doing more damage at this point in the game. And the biggest amount of damage I could do was with a move that actually got rid of half my health. So I had to watch when I was going to use Sleep Talk too, right? So go for Sleep Talk this turn, and I get Steel Beam again. Like, okay, cool, this is good. So firing that Steel Beam off once again at the Drapion, and it's slowly getting down. I only need to probably hit it like a couple more times. I could play risky and go for another Sleep Talk here too, and we got the Drapion going for another Snarl. Once again, like getting rid of all of my Ancient Power boosts on the special attacking side, right? So I took a really, really risky play here. I probably shouldn't have done this. I went for Sleep Talk again, and I got Ancient Power. If I rolled Steel Beam then, I don't think I would have taken out the Drapion. I would have actually, fainted myself. But that was a very, very risky play there. So I'm going to wake up again. I'm going to go for Ancient Power. I know that Drapion can't take me out at this point. I need like one more move, and then I get a second Ancient Power boost. Like, damn, this thing is so bulky right now. Drapion would need a critical hit to get around me. So Drapion is going to go for its final Snarl here on my Lairon here. I know that I can go for a rest after this and heal myself off if it doesn't actually fainted. And it was enough to take out the Drapion, and the bulky Lairon got me the dub there in the end. I'd say I would have got that a lot earlier if my special attack wasn't getting dropped over and over. But really cool battle there. And let's get on to the next game. I think that Lairon, looking at my team, I think that Steel Beam Ancient Power set is probably my favorite one. I do like the Endeavor Sturdy Focus Band Aron too, but the chance of it rolling that Focus Band is, there's a very low chance of it. Okay, let's get on to battle number 2 here. We got a Applin lead. This is the battle against Pirate Strike. Now we got a shiny Applin as well. I can see that little green hat on its little green head. So I could go for a Metal Burst here, or I could go for a Rock Slide. I'm like, well, Rock Slide, I might be able to get a Fleech here. Applin isn't exactly what you call the Appleton, not Applin, isn't the fastest Pokemon in the world. So going for Rock Slide, they're doing some good damage. Like, man, that's really good. I'm happy with that. And I got a Fleech. So like, okay, let's go for Rock Slide again. Let's see if we can just flinch this Appleton right out of this battle. Now the Appleton is going to go for a Tract here on my Aron, so it's falling in love with that nice big apple, and I think it's an apple and custard pie there. I could go for one of them right now. Unfortunately, Aron is going to get infatuated, and Appleton's got Giga Drain, almost taking me out in one shot. They're very, very close. It's going to be a 2-hit KO. Now, the problem with that is it actually healed itself off a lot, so I need some more damage. I decided to go for Endeavor this time, and it was perfect because I put Appleton on a low amount of health, and it just used Apple Acid to fake me there. So at least Aron put Appleton on a low amount of health. I could bring in another Pokemon and, take it out. Okay, we're going to go into the second Aron here. So, okay, well, let's finish it off. I could go for Superpower here. Eject back will eject me out of the battle, and I can swap another Pokemon in. Appleton, actually, I think this might have been a speed tie here. Unfortunately, gets a Giga Drain off before my Aron could actually land its super or even attack rate, and it gets some health back. So I went for Super here, and it virtually put Appleton back on the same amount of health there. So like, okay, well, that's not very good. I took some unnecessary damage there, but at least at least I can feint it with another Pokemon. So it was a little bit of a disaster. It wasn't a full-on disaster, it's just a little bit of a disaster. So I'm going to swap in Aggron now. I know that I can outspeed with this. I've got Ice Beam here, and it's only on a bit of health. I was going to go for Meteor Beam, but I decided against it. So Appleton once again outspeeds him here and gets lots of his health back there. Well, not lots, but a decent chunk. But I know that it won't live this. Even with Thick Fat, it won't be leaving Ice Beam there. There's a fair bit of damage there. So bye-bye, Appleton. You are a giant pain in the custard bomb. So next Pokemon is going to be Flygon. So like, okay, this is good. I've got Ice Beam, but does it have a ground type move? I'm sure it does have a ground type move, and it's going to be outspeeding with Earthquakes. I'm like, okay, this is very, very bad. This is extremely bad. My entire team is, it's 4 times weak to Earthquake. What am I going to do about this Flygon? So I have to go into Aggron here, and I have to be able to take this out. So we got the Flygon going for an Earthquake here onto my Aggron, obviously taking me all the way down to 1 health, and I've got that Sturdy. Now, unlike last battle, I thought, well, I might be able to get Rock Polish going here against Flygon. I just hope that Flygon isn't like Choice Scarf or something like that, otherwise it's going to be, all over Red Rover. So go for the Rock Polish here, boosting my speed by 2 stages. Now I was thinking maybe I could go for Dynamax here, I have to take this out right now. Ironhead, I could flinch it. It might, I'm confident I can take it out, but I wanted to be 1,000% confident I could take this Flygon out. If Aggron's failed to take it out here, that was game over. I'm just looking at the rest of my team. There was virtually nothing I could have done about that. Even my bulky Lairons would have had, no chance of actually living that. So here we go. We got that Aggron. I've got 2 health here. I've got the Rock Polish up. I'm good to go. I thought I might be able to get a good little sweep here. So go for Max Steel Spike on the Flygon, hoping no Sash, no scummy item like that, no Choice Scarf, and none of that occurred, which is great. So bye-bye Flygon. I definitely wasn't sorry to see that go. I could tell I was very, very scared by that. Any ground type moves really, mess Aggron up. Next Pokemon to come into battle, or slide and swim into the battle, is going to be Wishy-Washy. So, okay, well, Wishy-Washy and Dynamax, I believe it's going to be able to live my attack. It's got a good enough amount of bulk, but, I can go for Max Rock for at least. That'll do a good chunk of damage. However, we've got the Wishy-Washy going for Protect here, so they're stalling out my Dynamax. So, obviously, I won't be able to take Wishy-Washy out now, but at least I'll be able to take it out the next turn. And, it's going to do a lot of damage. So, dropping Stonejourner's cousin real quick there on top of the Wishy-Washy. Obviously, I'm not going to do a lot of damage there, but at least I've got the Sand going too. That's going to, Aggron, it's going to make Aggron really bulky with that 2 health. So, we got some Sandstorm damage here on the Wishy-Washy, and it's got the Leftovers as the item too. Very nice. When do we get another Wishy-Washy form? It comes out there, but another form, and it transforms into, I don't know, another sea creature? That'd be really cool. Probably not, though, because, they're all fish. They're probably just going to change into a fish. Maybe a different sort of fish. So that's going to be the end of the Wishy-Washy there. Next Pokemon is going to be the Scrafty. So, all right, fair enough, Scrafty. I mean, I've got Brick Break for that. I can hit that. I've also got Ironhead, too. But that's not super effective, and I was thinking they might Dynamax here, but say if I go for Brick Break and it lives it, which it could definitely in Dynamax, it might have weakness policy too, so I really have to watch out here what I do. So in the end, I decided to go for the Brick Break, and it is going to be a Dynamax Pokemon, so it's fine, fair enough, I'll just get as much damage off as I can here. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a physical or a special set. I've still got 2 Lairons in the back too that I could possibly use, and I've also got, another Aron too that I could just throw out there as a sacrifice if needed. It's always good to have a sacrifice Pokemon to stall that Dynamax. So going for Brick Break, that does hardly any damage at all there. And now the Scrafty is going to go for a Max Knuckle, another fighting move. It's oh no, this is very, very bad. So Aggron's going to feint there, but it did an excellent job getting me back into this game. It was very scary with that Flygon earlier on. I was thinking to myself, what should I swap in here? What should I do? Should I just sack off a Pokemon? Also, it's got the Leftovers on Scrafty too, which is unfortunate, so I'm not going to get any extra Sandstorm damage. So I decided to go into the Lairon now. Now, this was the Rock Polish Head Smash Iron Tail Body Press set. And I thought to myself, well, I could go for a Rock Polish, and I should be able to get some damage off here. Let's see if I can live the attacking move. So instead of attacking me, it went for a Max Guard. I was like, okay, this is good. I can go for Rock Polish here. I can get some damage on this thing. Will I take it out in one move? No, but some damage is better than none, right? So some more Sandstorm damage and some more, healing on the Scrafty. Virtually but put at the same amount of health. I like how it's it must be very tiring having to hold your pants up 24/7. You got these big pants and you got to hold them up. How would you eat? It took them away. So they're sort of baggy, but they're sort of getting held up. They're not quite falling down near your knees. So anyway, some good damage here thanks to the body press. And here comes a Max Darkness. Is it physical? Is it special? I don't know. It's hard to see at the moment. Lairon has got very, very good base defense too. So it's going to drop my special defense and the Sandstorm is going to subside. I mean, I've had the Sandstorm as well, which is good. So it's got its extra round of leftovers damage here. And I can actually outspeed it the next turn, which is going to be good. And it's also Scrafty's last turn of Dynamax. So now it's not going to be anywhere near as bulky as it was before. So now I can go for the body press here. This should be enough to actually take it out, and there's only 2 more Pokemon left. So here we go. Let's sit on that Scrafty and take it out. So excellent. So bye-bye Scrafty. I don't know. I'm not sure whether that was a physical or special set there. It could have possibly been physical. Next Pokemon is going to be Moltres Galar, and I've got Head Smash. Okay, this is awesome. The only bad thing is if I do miss here, that'll be very bad. So outspeeding and landing the Head Smash, yep, that's going to take it out in one shot. And it's got a Focus Sash. Oh, come on. So it's got Focus Sash Berserk. So that's pretty smart because they can boot their special attack there. And now the Moltres is going to go for a sub. So I'm guessing they expected either to outspeed me or for Head Smash to miss. But both those things did not happen. And Lairon is going to take the Moltres out. So that would have been very scary with a Berserk Moltres behind a substitute. I think that could have been game over there. Last Pokemon is going to be Scizor here. Now, Scizor is not going to faint to these moves, but I've got Head Smash. That should do some pretty good damage there. Scizor is going to go for a Bullet Punch here on my Lairon. Does a lot of damage, but doesn't take me out. It's going to need another. It's also got Life Orb too, so that was no joke damage. So here comes the Head Smash on Scizor. Almost takes it. That was so close. Very, very close to actually one-shot it. I can go for any move here. I think it's going to actually take me out. I can't swap with my Aron. That's going to faint a Bullet Punch too. However, the Scizor actually has a Life Orb as its item. So Scizor is going to end up fainting to the Life Orb damage. And that is the end of the game, people. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you tomorrow for another video. Peace out, people.